Now we have recapped a little bit of our skin. The next topic is about wound healing. I'm sure that most of us ever experienced to have a wound, either big size or size of wound. Once our skin wounded, healing will take place as a response to the damage. Wound healing is a physiological process. It involves of reaction and interaction among cells and mediators in these four overlapping phases. The first phase is homeostasis. Second, inflammation, followed by proliferation, and then the last phase is maturation. The phases of wound healing differ with the number of days in each phases. In phase 1, it's supposed to complete immediately. The second phase, inflammation, it will last for 0 to 3 days. The third phase, proliferation, it will take place from 3rd day to 24 days. And the last stage, maturation, it lasts from 24 to 365 days. Homeostasis is the process of the wound healing caused by clotting. It starts when the blood leaks out of the body. The first step of homeostasis is when the blood vessel constrict to restrict the blood flow. And next, the platelets stick together in order to seal the break in the wall of the blood vessel. And finally, the coagulation occurs and reinforces the platelet plug and threads of fibrin, which are like a molecular binding agent. The homeostasis stage of wound healing happens very quickly. The platelets adhere to the subendothelium surface within seconds when the rupture of blood vessel epithelial wall. After that, the first fibrin strands begin to adhere in about 60 seconds. As the fibrin mesh begins, the blood is transformed into a liquid to gel through procoagulants and the release of prothrombin. The formations of a thrombus or clot keeps the platelets and blood vessel trapped in the wound area. The thrombus is generally important in the stages of wound healing, but becomes a problem if it detaches from the vessel wall and goes through the circulatory system, which possibly will cause a stroke, pulmonary embolism, or heart attack. Inflammation is the second stage of wound healing, and it begins right after the injury, when the injured blood vessel leak transudate, which is made of water, salt, and protein, causing a localized swelling, erythema, and warmth at the wound area. The inflammation both controls bleeding and prevents infection. The fluid engorgement allows healing and repair cells to move to the site of the wound. During the inflammatory phase, damaged cells, pathogens, and bacteria are removed from the wound area by neutrophils. Inflammation is actually a natural part of wound healing process and only problematic if prolonged or excessive.